now, and let's take a peek at an old story that you thought you already knew. But I'm sure there are some things that you'll be surprised to hear. It may change some things for you, like who you are celebrating this Christmas and who rules and reigns in your life.
It's Bethlehem, 2,000 years ago, and a child has been born. His name is Jesus. Most people were thrilled to hear the news, but some weren't so thrilled. One of them was a king. His name was Herod. Step back in time, 2,000 years. You'll be surprised by what you hear. Herod is reigning, and he is complaining. He's angry as angry can be. So let's step back in his story. Come with me.
I am Herod the ruler. Need I say any more? I'm the king. Come back to Cantor. The nerve of those wise men to stand here in my courts and ask me where that baby would be born. They follow a star on their journey. They thought a star would lead to their king. Ha ha! How dare they would stand in my presence. Someone go find them for me. Herod, come down and count to 10. Herod, slow down, stop jumping ahead. There's really no reason, your majesty, listen. Those wise men could not hurt a flea. But they've got something up their sleeve. Bring them to me right now. Find those three wise men, they'll be trembling with fear. I am king, I thought I made that clear. But Herod, poor Herod, was raging mad for sure. His royal highness was so insecure. I told them to return to me, and that was my word, my decree. I told them I wanted to worship, but we know he's lying through his teeth. Herod, come down and count to 10. Herod, slow down, stop jumping ahead. There's really no reason, your majesty, listen. Those wise men could not hurt a flea. But they're acting suspiciously. Bring them to me.
Sherlock Watson is my name. I'm from the FBI. One day Herod summoned me.
Sherlock, find those guys!
Those wise men don't seem very wise to disobey a king. I, for one, will do my best
to please his majesty.
Bring them to me!
Herod, calm down and count to 10. Herod, slow down, stop jumping ahead. There's really no reason, your majesty, listen. Those wise men could not hurt a flea.
I don't trust men who travel in threes. Bring them to me.
Perhaps I was put on this earth for such a time as this. I could become a CEO of Herod's offices. I'll go get those wise men, bring them to his majesty. I'll be Herod's right man, just you wait and see. Herod, I'm on it. I'll solve this case. Herod, I'll find them. No time to waste.
There's really no reason, your majesty, listen. Those wise men will change history.
Unless the baby could actually be the king of kings. Bring them to me!
See, I told you King Herod was mad.
But not mad at me. Herod called me to get to the bottom of this mystery and find out some information on this baby and see why those wise men did not come back like he ordered them to do. See, I'm Sherlock, and this is my assistant Watson. I'm the chief investigator for the FBI.
That's from Bethlehem Investigations. Yes, today is the finest.
Never lost a case, and I don't plan to lose this one. So being the investigator I was trained to be, I did two obvious things. I went and got a donut and headed straight over to the Bethlehem Public Library. Did a little snooping around.
She walks off to the library to research the baby's ancestry. Take a look at genealogy. He'll uncover his family tree. He couldn't be of royalty if I can't be so bold. Unless he fulfilled the prophecy the scriptures had foretold. He must search the scriptures line by line and investigate what he can find. Every scroll of ancient history.
I'll solve this mystery, you'll see.
Take a look inside of God's holy word. Look at the facts and not what you heard. If God said it, you believe it. Investigate and see. There's proof in the scriptures. He's heaven's royalty. Take a look inside of God's holy word. Look at the facts and not what you heard. If God said it, you believe it. Investigate and see. There's proof in the scriptures. He's heaven's royalty. Was he really from the line of David? From the tribe of Father Abraham? From the mystery of history we'll find out. He was really born in Bethlehem. Isaiah called him the mighty God. We know he was the Prince of Peace. Everlasting Father, Emmanuel. That's a king to me.
Wait a minute.
Was he really from the line of David?
Yes.
From the tribe of Father Abraham?
Correct.
From the mystery of history we'll find out.
Wow.
He was really born in Bethlehem.
Oh, wow.
Isaiah called him the mighty God. You know he was the Prince of Peace. Everlasting Father, Emmanuel. That's a king to me.
This is the first time Sherlock thought he might be in just a little bit of trouble.
What have I gotten myself into?
First rule of investigation. Find a source in the know. And I found one, but this one seems to be the Holy Scripture.
So I ran a little background check on this baby and found out that he might be the king of the Jews. I think he went over my head.
Take a look inside of God's holy word. Look at the facts and not what you heard. If God said it, we believe it. Investigate and see. There's proof in the scriptures. He's heaven's royalty. Take a look inside of God's holy word. Look at the facts and not what you heard. If God said it, we believe it. Investigate and see. There's proof in the scriptures. He's heaven's royalty. Sherlock studied at the library. He found out the baby's ancestry. God fulfilled all the prophecies. The scripture said he was a king indeed.
So Sherlock was afraid that
I'm afraid of nothing.
So Sherlock and Watson thought.
We don't think, we
know.
know.
Okay. So Sherlock and Watson know that Harry's
Harry's
not
not
going
going
to
to like
like this.
Excuse me, miss.
Shh! Lower your voices.
Excuse me, miss.
Not lower, I mean quieter. This is a library.
I'm Sherlock, and I have a huge case.
A huge case of what? The measles? The flu? As loud as you're speaking, I wish it was laryngitis.
I mean, we're on a case for the FBI.
The FBI? Now you're shushing me?
We're on a case.
For the big guy.
The big guy? You know, the main most man in town, the sassy sovereign.
Who? Oh, right. So what can I do for his royal craziness?
Well, I'm investigating the birth of a child.
One that took place here in Bethlehem.
Which one? There are a lot of children born in Bethlehem.
Yes, but this is a child that's supposed to be the king of the Jews.
Oh yeah, I remember that. There was an article in Bethlehem Star Couple years ago about that. Why don't we step over to the computer lab and search for it?
Okay, now we're talking.
Shh, lower.
Okay.
Okay, here's the article.
And there were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks at night. Wow, can you send me this article?
Of course. You want me to email it and fax it too?
Just the facts, ma'am.
Hey, how did the shepherds find out about this child?
Elementary, my dear Watson.
We were minding our business, tending sheep, while all the world around us was fast asleep. Suddenly the heavens lit up the sky, unforgettable, incredible, not so silent night. We were shocked and we were shaken from head to toe. What we were seeing, but we did not know. The angel said, "Fear not," to our delight. Unforgettable, incredible, not so silent night. Then the angel had the news for us to hear. We listened to the message loud and clear. He came to us. We all wondered why. Unforgettable, incredible, not so silent night. It was fabulous, unbelievable. It was marvelous, inconceivable, so spectacular. The star that filled the sky with light. Unforgettable, incredible, not so silent night. Today a Savior has been born. He is Christ the
Shh! Lower your voice, people.
Okay.
I wonder why the angels appeared to the shepherds and not to me.
Because they didn't want to get shushed.
All right already.
I'm out of here. Come on, let's go. I have sheep to tend.
Angels? Did this article say something about angels?
New Google search. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them. And they were terrified. But the angel said to them,
Fear not.
What part of fear not do you not understand?
Yeah, exactly what part?
What about of shh?
Everybody, stop. I've only got one sundial revolution to get all these facts about this baby and find out exactly why those wise men did not return to Herod.
We know.
You do? Then tell me.
It was so exciting. We finally got our orders to break through the skies with good news that would change the world. When the little baby boy was born, children went to weep, for on that blessed Lord, in the stable was our King. When the little baby boy was born, many shepherds came, and on the Christmas morn, how the herald angels sang. The little baby boy was born in Bethlehem, born to live and die, and then to rise again.
you do realize that I'm no FBI agent, but it's quite clear that Sherlock and Watson are starting to perspire a bit.
Do you think right now they are wondering?
We never wondered.
Then what are you doing?
We're pondering.
Pondering what?
Why did we ever take this case? I know.
Shh! Lower.
Ooh, someone's getting...
someone's getting a little testy, don't you think? Let's listen as Sherlock and Watson go over their evidence.
My background check proves that the baby has royal bloodline of the King of the Jews.
Check! And the shepherds were actual eyewitnesses of the child's birth in Bethlehem.
Check! And the angels confirmed that the little baby boy was sent from heaven's throne and was indeed
the Savior of the world!
Check! Oh boy.
King Herod's not gonna like this.
I am in trouble.
Poor Sherlock and Watson. You can just tell that their nerves are getting frazzled.
They know that the good news of the baby's birth was gonna be bad news for Herod to hear. They think...
No! They know
It's time to find those kings.
Why don't you just Google wise men?
Nothing, it just showed a song.
Look at
The words, of course. Glad I thought of it. Here, Watson, you read.
We three kings of Orient are bearing gifts to travel so far.
Hey, I wonder what gifts they brought the baby. Gold.
Frankincense, myrrh.
Really? Sure doesn't sound like gifts for a baby. You'd think that would at least bring a pacifier.
Well, for this baby, there are perfect gifts.
For a baby who was born the King of Kings.
Well, why didn't you three return and tell Herod where he was?
Really? Are you asking for real?
Yes, for real. If you three guys had returned like you said you would, we wouldn't be in this awful position.
Yeah, Herod wants to worship the baby.
He said so.
He wasn't the worshiping type, if you know what I mean.
Clearly, he wasn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we can all agree that these were three very wise men. And even today, we would all be wise to follow their example.
Just you wait and see a wise man's life for me. Found a king, he's my everything. A wise man's life for me.
Truth seeker, I'm a believer. I want the world to see. I'm a follower, I'm a worshiper. I said a wise man's life for me.
I'll be filled with joy and I will rejoice. I'll bow before my king. For I live for you, for I trust in you. A wise man's life for me.
Is it hot in here, or is it just me?
My heart's pounding out of my chest. My pulse is racing, and I'm feeling very dizzy.
Shh, now, calm down. Just breathe. I know you're under a lot of pressure. Sherlock, Watson, I think I know someone you should talk to.
Yeah, who?
Dr. Phil?
Nancy Grace?
No, silly. It's my cousin Matthew. You see, he and his wife run a little inn on the opposite side of town. And well, it's the inn where the baby was born. Well, not actually in the inn, but in their stable.
What?
Why didn't you tell us this sooner?
Well, it's because all Matthew ever says is, well, if I knew then what I know now. I never understood what that meant. Well, until now, after seeing all the evidence, it makes sense.
Wait a minute, don't jump to conclusions.
How do we get in touch with this Matthew? Time's running out.
His royal meanness is probably blowing his stack right now, and I'm going to be toast.
So you'll notice then that Sherlock and the librarian have become partners in crime solving.
Their next search will be for cousin Matthew, the innkeeper, and his wife. Their story will touch Sherlock and Watson in a personal way.
firstborn a son. She wrapped him in cloth and placed him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn.
There were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks by night, and an angel of the Lord appeared to them.
Do not be afraid. I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all people.
Today, in the town of David, a Savior has been born.
He is Christ the Lord. Who would have thought He would change my heart, forgive all my sins, make a brand new start? And who would have thought that a lowly bird one day would reign over all the earth? question is, will the miracle of heaven be born in Sherlock tonight?
Hey Sherlock, what's she gonna do?
Hey Sherlock, what's your next move?
Now that you're searched and heard what is true,
Has there been a change in you?
Hey Sherlock, what you gonna do? Hey Sherlock, what's your next move? Now that those wise men, will you leave another way? Who will you serve? Will you serve today?
Sherlock and Watson found the facts.
They studied the prophecies in the Holy Scriptures. They reviewed the first-hand stories of the shepherds and the innkeeper. The angels' announcements amazed them, and they marveled at the wisdom of the wise men.
And now it was time for them to make a choice. What will they do?
Decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back, no turning back.
A higher calling, a higher kingdom, a higher calling, a higher kingdom, a higher calling, a higher kingdom. Lord, take your throne. I'm yours alone. He was really from the line of David, from the tribe of Father Abraham. From the mystery of history we found out he was really born in Bethlehem. Now all of heaven is filled with joy. You made your heart his home. You can't go back to heaven now. You worship Christ alone. There comes a point when you must decide who you will serve with your life. So look beyond the world that you see. You have a higher calling to a higher king. There comes a point when you must decide who you will serve with your life. So look beyond the world that you see. You have a higher calling to a higher king. We have decided to follow Jesus. We are the children of royalty. We have decided to follow Jesus. A higher calling to a higher king.
So tell me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, after watching Sherlock's investigation, well, I was wondering if some of you might be ready to make a decision.
Do you have a higher calling to a higher king? This could be your very first real Christmas.
For unto us a child is born.
Unto us a son is given,
And he'll be called
Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace.
Jesus, the King of Kings. Let's have a merry, merry Christmas, celebrating Jesus. Everybody sing along. Happily forever, we will be together, worshiping around the throne.
ролях были Антон Захаров, Денис Каратеев, Яна Сариогла, Виолетта Ципульская и Анжелина Горош. Ну и, конечно же,